Let me tell you a little story about a guy, 3 phone networks, 7 phones, $500 in disconnect fees, and where I'm at now in the last year. So about a year ago, I had a trio on the Sprint network, and I thought it was time to check out the Blackberries. So I got a BlackBerry World phone for free from Sprint. Thank you, Sprint. That was nice. It was a refurbished phone. I liked it, but it was pretty bulky. It was a world better than what Palm had provided at the time. So I went to the Curve, this little handy dandy phone. It was awesome. It set my world on fire. I mean, I still had the keyboard on the phone. I could type like the wind on it. I absolutely loved it. So, then the Apple iPhone 3GS came out, and I thought, man, I just want to go check one out. So me and Ty went over to the Apple or the AT&T store here in Lincoln, Nebraska. We don't have an Apple store here, and we bought 2 of them, and I ported my number over. So now I've got the iPhone 3GS. A couple months. I think the iPhone is the greatest thing ever made. I mean, it just blows my doors off. Excellent, excellent phone. AT&T, however, is the worst provider ever for cell phone coverage. I don't even know how they can make those commercials with a straight face. So I'm in a conference in New York City, and I'm completely unable to use the phone at the conference, and I have to communicate to my staff, to our camera crew, and also to the person I'm trying to interview, and I'm trying to text all these people, and it just keeps telling me the network's busy, try again later. So that just drew me over the edge, and that was horrible, horrible. So as soon as I got back, Google had come out with, Google and Verizon came out with an Android phone, and the Android on Verizon seemed to be pretty sweet. So I went to the Verizon store, or actually I went to Best Buy, and I bought the Verizon phone, ported over my number again, and paid AT&T's $150 disconnect fee, which actually was kind of weird because the phone was, I think I had to pay $200 for the phone, maybe a little more, and the $150 disconnect fee, but it was still way less than what it would have cost me just to buy the phone. But anyway, I don't want to digress. So now I'm on Verizon. I've got a Droid phone, and this thing is a beast. The Android phone is nice, except that the keyboard was horrible, and I had a lot of trouble typing on it. So much so that when people would text me, I would just be like, and I would, text them back. I just didn't like the Droid, Motorola Droid. I just wasn't a big fan of it. Now, as far as applications go, it's super powerful. The navigation app is amazing, but the battery life on it, there's a difference. People on Apple or people on the iPhone think that you really, really want to be able to multitask or in all these applications, to do all this really, really cool stuff. But Android gives you all the power in the world to do about anything you want to do. But it's kind of funny that I would say there's 100 times more in relation applications on Android that are more for killing background processes and getting better battery life and do all this stuff. So it's a huge issue on Android, and I can't imagine if the iPhone had a multitasking capability. I hope it never does, because people will just kill their batteries and they'll blame Apple for it, and they'll blame the phone when it's them screwing it up. So, I was kind of felt a little empty and unsatisfied with my cell phone. The Google integration is phenomenal. The navigation is phenomenal. It's better than any GPS I've ever had. It's way more up to date. But I really missed being able to type on my phone, and I couldn't handle the AT&T stuff. So I decided, since I was on Verizon, that I would give the BlackBerry Curve another shot because I really missed it. So I picked up a Curve on eBay for like $75 or $100, something like that. Came to my house. I actually went to the website and activated it. It was awesome. I actually really liked how easy it was, that I could just activate it myself on the website, and I was up and running on the new phone within less than 10 minutes. It was really, really awesome. So I'm up and running on the Curve. I'm happy with it. 2 nights later, I see the BlackBerry Tour is at the Verizon store, and I buy it with a 1 year extension. It's $450. So then I have that. I wasn't really thrilled though with the Tour. I actually just like the simplicity of the curve. I don't know why BlackBerry is screwing up what they kind of have as a good thing. They need to improve on the web browser because that's the biggest downfall, I think, but I digress. So then all of a sudden it occurred to me what I really miss and love was the iPhone. Even though AT&T's network is horrible, what does Mariah Carey say? Something like, if you love something, let it go, and if it comes back, that's when you know. Well, I'm now back to the iPhone. That's right, back to the iPhone. And I used the same one that I had engraved, laser engraved. So the cool thing is, here's a really cool thing. I was able to get out of my Android contract for the $150 disconnect fee and keep the phone that I had, the Curve and the other one. I took back the Tour. So that was really a wash. Now, so basically, since I bought it at Best Buy, I got it at the $150 early disconnect fee. But if you buy it at Verizon, you have to pay the $350. But Best Buy hasn't been like updated with the new Verizon FU contracts of $350 disconnect fees. So I had to pay the $150 disconnect fee. Now the cool thing is I was able to sell that phone this morning for $500. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So that almost makes up for all my disconnect fees. And now that I'm back on AT&T, I have no contract. How sweet is that? So when Apple comes out with a new phone in the next couple months, or you know how Apple does, I'm gonna be ready to rock, and I'm gonna be ready to upgrade, and I'm gonna be ready to do it because I have no contract whatsoever. I'm just going month to month on AT&T. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, I absolutely love the iPhone. I should have never left it. And for the times that I'm at conferences, you know, I might pick up like something else, or just, here's the problem is that other people are using the iPhone too. So like Ty, who I was trying to get a hold of, even if I would have had the greatest phone in the world kind of thing, I still wouldn't have been able to get a hold of him because he's on AT&T. So you win, AT&T and Apple. You win, okay? I give up. I love the iPhone. Goodbye.